Hey, I'm sharing my experience because I'm hoping this helps some people that have been labeled as treatment-resistant OCD. Now, I'm someone who's been through several SSRIs, almost all of them. And my thoughts, it was not immediately relevant that I had this underlying ADHD that was just undiagnosed this whole time. Because a lot of my internal world was ruminating and getting pulled into thoughts and the distractibility of the thoughts. And it was so distracting that I didn't even realize how distracted I was until I went to grad school and I started a stimulant and I noticed the thoughts actually quieted down. So I brought it back up to my prescribing doctor, like, hey, like, I'm not so sure how much, oh shit, whoops, my water, sorry, back to what I was saying. My water bottle just fell on the floor. Whoops. I'm not so much sure, like, if this is all OCD or if there's maybe like an ADHD component. And she's like, you might be onto something. So I tried it and I noticed that this actually helped me more than the SSRI itself. And I've been on this SSRI for a while now, like a modest dose, it was like 100. And I was still getting pulled into thoughts. The compulsions were still taking over most of my attention. It was hard for me to disengage. And then I found out with the stimulant, I was able to have more space between myself and the thoughts. So I'm just like putting this out there because a lot of you that are just struggling with pure O might actually have an underlying ADHD. I'm not speaking for everybody, but this is my experience. And you might benefit from an ADHD treatment because without that piece, that executive function, the OCD could live unruly in your system and taking over your attention most of your time. So yeah, I just wanted to put that out there, like maybe bring it up to your prescribing doctor, psychiatrist, whoever is giving you your medications for your OCD, especially if you found it not really effective for you, and maybe see if you could be assessed. Describe your symptoms. I know with women, we're different than men, and I think not to like do that stereotype, but we don't always present as the hyperactive type, which is why it could be missed until like your 30s, right? So, it's not always externally, noticeable. So, something to keep in mind, and maybe they could start you on a low dose of a stimulant. And, sometimes it doesn't help everybody. Sometimes the stimulants can make your OCD worse. And that's just something to keep in mind too. But I found like the opposite, like the quantity of my thoughts went down, my ability to disengage from compulsions and my sense of self-awareness, or like that meta part of your brain that can kind of observe it before you get really consumed by it, was sharpened. Yeah, and the difference was so immediate because my body's super sensitive to medications. Like I took maybe 2.5 milligrams of an Adderall, and like I noticed this so much more focus and my ability to disengage from the OCD. It wasn't as frequent or as intense as it has been without the ADHD treatment. So I just wanted to add that bit and maybe save you some time with this disorder when it could be some underlying other stuff going on. And usually what they do is like people like might treat the OCD first. And then if that's still not going okay, then you're not seeking relief. That's when the ADHD symptoms start to come out. And this might apply more to women, but there's also like the PMDD and hormonal piece and the emotional regulation aspect that gets completely jacked up during that cycle. So it could help with that as well. And again, I'm not speaking for everyone. Some people might have different experiences, but it's worth considering this possibility that you might also have ADHD because a lot of times they can co-occur.